What's up, y'all? We back with a second video, getting 2 in 1 day done because, pull out my handy dandy notebook. Now, this topic, I like this topic. I like this one right here. I just came up with this one a couple of days ago. That's how y'all know, like, I literally got so much to talk about, and I be having so much to do, and I just don't be getting the dang content done, and that's shame on me. But we back, and this topic today is called Steps to Realization. Realization is important. Realizing things is important. That's opening up your mind, opening up portals in your brain, opening up your brain cells. That is important because, like I said in the last video, we already do enough sleepwalking. So what you think comes with that? If you sleepwalking, it's like your brain dead. You know what I'm saying? We not thinking of our own thoughts. We're not going off of our own heart and mind and this and this and that. We're going off of what somebody telling us to do, what somebody this and this and this and that. We going off what we was already taught, whether we know if it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? So when have our brain ever had a aha moment? You know? So steps to realization. How do you elevate? Are you stuck? Are you looking for a way out? Are you complaining a lot? You feel like there's more? You looking for something? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the most important realizations that'll help you succeed in life and grow. What is realization? Because y'all know I always got to come with a definition because we in school. What is realization? An act of becoming fully aware of something as a fact. An act of becoming fully aware of something. Fully aware of something. And then they put as a fact. So our brain only move like that. It's like you having a spiritual awakening when it's the truth. See, our truth is being covered up with lies or just being covered up, period. We don't know the truth. We don't know our truth. We don't know the way. We don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So our brain's not having uh-oh moments. It's not having aha moments or whatever you want to call it. It's not working. We're not using our brain for real like we think we're using it. We're not. We still out here slow and dumb, whatever. YouTube, don't take me down. So I don't know if I was supposed to say this or whatever, but y'all know what's going on. But anyway, so let's get into it. First step, you want to open up your brain? First step is realizing that you chose this life and this path before you got here. You're going to take a minute because a lot of people, you know, not going to accept that, probably can't accept it or whatever like that. Whatever you want to say, whatever you feel, we knew we was coming before we got here. It's not my fault you can't remember. It's not my fault I can't remember. Everybody don't remember. Everybody don't know. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but the fact that life is still going, why is life still going? Especially if they say it's supposed to end whenever it was supposed to end. Why is it still going? Exactly. Let that juggle your brain. Why is life still going? It got to be something, right? It got to be something going on. It got to be a bigger picture. It got to be something. And we're not talking about somebody to return. We need to save ourselves, right? So if you chose this life and if you chose to be here, you know what your purpose is already. So, you know what I'm saying? You already knew what you had to do before you got here. This is why we go through what we go through, so we can figure that out. So we can learn whatever we need to learn and have whatever experiences we need to have. So when it's time for us to do the job that we were given before we got here, we'll be able to do that. Okay? Especially if you got to pick up where your ancestors left off at. You just can't just go up into the army and be like, yeah, I'm ready to shoot. You didn't have no training. You can't jump no hurdles. You can't do nothing. We not about to give you no gun, put you on the front line. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way. So realizing that you chose this life and this path before you got here. Realizing that will help you stop being mad at people, and it'll stop helping you It'll help you stop being mad at the world, and it'll help you stop being confused. I don't know why I couldn't get my words out. So realizing that you chose this life and you chose this path before you got here, realizing that will help you stop being mad at people, mad at the world, and being confused. Okay. For one, you mad at people, and you mad for whatever it could be something that's worth being mad at, right? Whatever the case may be, you mad for whatever reason you mad, right? And you was mad, and that was before you realized that you chose this life and that you chose this path. But once you start thinking like, did I really choose this path? Did I really choose this life? I chose this path. I chose this life. Which means I already knew, you know what I'm saying? Whether you remember it or not, me and you was supposed to have this beef, or I was going to get mad at you regardless, or you was going to do this, you know what I'm saying? So then it's just like, I don't need to be mad at you. You know, I don't want to be mad at you because you just doing your job. You just doing what you were sent here to do. I'm doing what I'm sent here to do. So it kind of like, even if it could have been you getting your heart broke, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a human, that's kind of like one of the most toughest jobs, is not acting out and with our emotions and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, we here on this planet and we feeling stuff. You know, we can feel in this realm. You know what I'm saying? We feel all kind of things. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, everything we feel. So, you know, yeah, you can easily get your heart broken and all kind of stuff, but you can also build up what you need to build up to not let them things happen to you so easily. And realizations is one of the armor pieces that you need with dealing with not being able to let stuff happen to you so easily, because when you using your brain, you opening up portals in your brain, you realizing the truth, you seeing the truth, you realizing stuff, and it just helps you make better choices and decisions, and help you deal with stuff differently, and help you deal with stuff better when you realizing facts, when you realizing certain things. It's like when you figure out how to feed all three of your kids at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had triplets and had to change diapers at the same time, something, you know, once you you figure out an order, you figure out something, you know, it's just the same as figuring out stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just helps you not to be confused, for one, because now that you know that, you like, okay, well, what's the next step? What am I doing wrong? What I'm doing right? What's next? You know what I'm saying? And being mad at people, whatever. For example, you know, even if you get irritated and you might need to go smoke a blunt to calm down or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to hold no grudge against them or stay there too long. You're going to forgive them because you know for what they doing, they know not. Okay, meaning they don't know better. And even if they knew better, they're still here to do what they supposed to do anyway. They was going to do it anyway. Whether you could stop it or not, they was going to do it anyway. So, you know, why be mad at somebody? Why be mad at a zombie for being a zombie? That zombie didn't choose to be no zombie, but you know what I'm saying? The zombie was given a job. Kill and eat. And I can't get mad at that zombie. You know what I'm saying? That something like that along them lines. I don't know. But so after that, we all know right from wrong. We all know ourselves, and we all know what to do. And I remember this a lot of times. I don't know what to do. I feel lost. I feel so confused. But that's how you know that you're coming into the next step of your spiritual awakening, or your journey or whatever like that, when you start having thoughts and stuff like that. I hate when my shorter locks stick up like that. They're getting stupid. But yeah, so we are confused because of so many things and people in the world distracting us and throwing us off track. But it's time to take over, and it's time to take our power back through realization. Realize you chose this path, and you know this path. You're not going to choose a path without knowing. So you don't have to worry about being scared or thinking you're not going to make it or or whatever like that, because we're going to make it. And the sooner we realize, the better, because it'll take away fear. It'll take away pain. It'll take away anger. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like getting baptized or something. You know, realization is it's so strong. It's really, really strong. It does something chemically to your brain and to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really puts you on some other levels just to know, just to have truth, just to be wise, just to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's power. And yeah, like I said, once you realizing that you chose this path and everything like that, things, your chest and everything starts to feel a little lighter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, especially when you realize you already know what you chose and what to do and stuff like that, it may feel like you don't know what to do because you got to go through whatever you got to go through at that time. But once you finish going through whatever you're going through, you know what I'm saying, everything gonna line up. Next step is realizing everything you go through in life, whether good or bad, is to get you to the person you need to be and to keep you on the right path. There's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay? You got to be a certain level to reach the end of the rainbow. How do you get there? By going through things in life that teaches you what you need to learn. Let me put my finger right here. Sorry, you know, when you reading back what you wrote and you like, yeah, that's what was going on. That's why I had that pause. But, like I said, there's a rainbow. It's a pot of gold at the rainbow. You got to go through certain things and tests and stuff like that before you can even travel the rainbow to get to the pot of gold. You know what I'm saying? It's like an obstacle course you got to go through on the rainbow before you can get to the pot of gold. So you need certain training before you can do that, right? So, like I said, realizing everything you go through in life, whether it's good or bad, you had to go through that to get you to the person you need to be and to keep you on the right path, right? So, how do you expect to be whoever you feel or see yourself in the bigger picture? Like, the bigger picture you, like, I finally made it me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that where you at right now, or where you could have been 10, 20 years ago, you think that that version of you was ready to be, you know, Grandmaster or Grandmeister, whatever? No. Because if so, we would have came out the womb already the Queen of Egypt and the King of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? We would have already came out top notch, the hardest level to beat. You know what I'm saying? But no, we came out as little bitty babies who shouldn't piss themselves and need someone to help feed them. I mean, no, we did not come out ready. We didn't, and we had to go through certain stuff to open up certain doors and portals and stuff for us. Because just think about it. Showing this video or having this conversation with a 5-year-old, for example, or a 3 or 4-year-old. Exactly. Their brains and stuff is not ready for them. Right? And that's why I feel like adult life is hard, because, you know, we went through stuff as kids, especially, you know, if you had like a little rough life, you know, whatever like that. But a lot of stuff hit you more when you were adult, because you big enough and you ready for it now. It's time. It's like they up there sitting back like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's time. So like the same what you do with your kids if you have kids. Once they turn 10, 11 or whatever, you look at them like, yep, you already know. It's time. Time to start doing chores. Time to learn how to cook. Time to start, you know what I'm saying? Because they big enough now. And you don't want them to transition to a bigger person, an adult or teenager or whatever, and not knowing stuff, it's harder. It's better to learn stuff when you're young and open and ready, but it is. You get it. So look at everything you go through or been through in life and sit back and really think how it changed you. What did you learn? And this will help you not be mad at people as well. Because everything happened to shape and mold you and to teach you life lessons you needed to learn. So just ask yourself, why am I going through what I'm going through? And you will get the answers. So don't forget, everything you're going through, whether it's good or bad, is there so you can get to the next level and get to the next phase. Learn your lessons, grow, help whoever you had to help, do whatever it is that you had needed to do. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate it, because it's all shaping you and molding you. Okay, next realization. Next is realizing you are here and you're here with a purpose. Okay? Realize that you're here with a purpose. Okay? Realize that you're always protected. Okay? Think about all of your think about all of your storms. Didn't you get up after every fall? This how you know you have spiritual guides and help from the other side. Take the time to meditate and learn who's helping you on the other side. And when it's time to reveal, you will know who's helping you. It could be a grandma, sister, auntie, anybody on the other side that has already passed. So just to recap on that before I get to the next part, realizing that you're here and that you're here with a purpose is so important, because it gives you like kind of like a boost of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here and I'm here with a purpose. Every little step I take, okay, every move I make, like, you know what I'm saying? You here with a purpose. So it's like, yeah, I gotta go big or go home. I gotta go hard, or I gotta see this through, or I gotta do this. Like, I got a purpose. And when you find out your purpose and lock in with your purpose and know your purpose and get in tune with your purpose, you really gonna be, I got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you gonna be, you feel that, like, I'm supposed to be doing this, and this, and this. And then you start with the other realizations and things that you see, you start putting them pieces together. You like, oh yeah, I remember when I went through such and such. If I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be here doing this. Yeah, and then this and this and this and that. Oh, I'm starting to see how this is all tying up to my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's steps, and it's steps. It's always some steps, but it's level to it. So realize that everything you go through is because of choices you made. And that's important too. Realize that everything you go through is because of choices you made. And I'm glad, excuse me, that I brought this up as a realization, because people, I'm already knowing, when we say, yeah, everything you go through is for a reason, life lessons, blah, 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 and they be like, well, how's my mama dying? Something I'm supposed to go through. How is me catching AIDS? Something I was supposed to go through. How? Why? You know what I'm saying? You getting that mad, you must didn't go through them first realizations that I was talking about. Because once you go through them, I'm telling you, and the more you go through this stuff, the less anger you have, the less I don't give a fuck, the less, the more I don't give a fuck, the less anger you have. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, why am I worried about struggling, or why am I caring about, because it's like it's all mapped out. And even though it's all mapped out, it's not going to get seen to the end if we don't do our jobs, though. That's another thing. Like, you got to walk it like you talk it. So it's like, yeah, we born with everything that we could possibly need to fulfill the purposes and the reasons why we're here. And Just imagine you not doing it and you end up a crackhead. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you have to put the work in to help everybody get to the bigger picture. Okay? We're all doing this as a collective. So, never forget. So, yeah, like I said, realizing everything you go through is because of the choices you made. If you know that you will go to jail and you can't see your family no more because you didn't be the bigger person in the situation and you sat up there and had a shootout with an enemy, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. You know damn well you got kids. You know damn well you shouldn't be up there shooting people on the block with pedestrians and squirrels climbing up trees. And you sitting up there shooting. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't know how to be the bigger person and this and this and this and that. This is just an example, okay? I'm just saying, this is an example of if something you're going through is your fault. So now, this is just so you can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be mad. You put yourself there. And I had to realize that a lot when I was going through situations, because you walk around like this when it needs to be like this, because they always say when you point fingers, you got fingers pointing back at you. It needs to be like this because it's not just this. You didn't enter a situation and, first of all, you entered the situation. So nobody didn't come here, get in the situation. You walked your ass in that damn situation. So it's like, okay, instead of me being mad about the situation and people in it and what they did to me and how I was wronged and how I was hurt, because I do that a lot. And trust me, I ain't down to y'all or talking about y'all, because I was doing some dumb shit and I definitely fit a lot of these shoes that I be talking about, okay? So you sitting up there, saying all of that or whatever like that, but you not asking the right questions. Why did I have that shootout with that person? Because now you're going to figure out things you need to change about yourself, things you need to do and grow and blah, blah, blah. For example, when I went through the situation my last child got here, I can point all the fingers. He did this to me and they did that and this happened and I was this and they did it. I can do all of that and be hurt and be mad. But at the end of the day, I put myself in that situation, okay? Blindly, of course. And I also didn't ask the questions that needed to be asked. When I meditated on this situation after the fact, because the depression was lasting too long and I needed to start some shadow work ASAP, when I checked back, I literally had a whole list of things about myself, and I'm like, I was like that, like, I don't like this. I don't like that. Attachment issues and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you like, okay, well, why did I get in this situation? Because I was loose. Why did this? Because I was, you know what I'm saying? And now that's like, okay, I don't want to be that kind of person to make sure I don't go through these things again. I'm not going to do this, this, and this, and that. I don't want to be this type of woman. I want to be that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? And that is good because, it's like you can't be... I don't want to get like, because I don't want YouTube to take me down, but I'll just say this, like, you can't be a dentist when you're a gynecologist, okay? Because I was about to use another example and now I want to, but yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? So what if it's out of your control? Like, you walked in your job and you got fired and you didn't do anything, right? Okay, so this is something that's out of your control. You going to jail because you shot up the block is in your control. You going into your job and getting fired for no reason, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's out of your control. And I'm going to make sure I say you went to your job and got fired and you didn't absolutely do nothing. They just probably laid you off. Or we need to lay people off, okay? So that way it's really out your control and you didn't do nothing. right? So even in those situations, okay, still you gotta say, I'm sorry where I'm at, and you got fired, blah 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 blah. Why am I going through this? Rather focusing on what you went through, or instead of focusing on what you went through, was it good or bad? You know what I'm saying? So you need to start asking, okay, why did I go through this? Why is this happening? What do I do next? Blah, 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 things like that. Because that's how asking them questions and is how you get the answers you need to unlock the truth about yourself and things on your path. So why am I going through this? Rather what you go through is good or bad. A lot of things we go through or things that happens to us is because of our choices. You know better, you do better. Which brings me to how these realizations help you be a better you and stay on the right track. Because now you know what you should and shouldn't do, and what works and what don't works, and you learn yourself and what you like and don't like, and what's best for you and what's not, and so forth. And then you've been through things, and now you know how to end cycles, because if you don't want to go through that BS again, you won't keep doing the same things and being around the same crowd that feeds the same cycles that you want to break. So I'm literally been having a lot of realizations and having a lot of spiritual downloads mentally to be able to think about some things in my meditations and talk about some things. And realizations is something that's important, because that's how you elevate, okay? That's how you get to the next level. That's how you get to the next step. I'm just trying to make sure I don't got nothing else that I want to add to this before I end the video. But I hope that y'all was able to, take in this information and start realizing this stuff for yourself, because we're going to melt under a house if we don't let go of our anger and fears and worries and stress and struggles, anger, grudges, all of that stuff. We need to let all that stuff go. Stop operating with our hearts and emotions on our sleeves. Stop operating off of our emotions, period. Because you need to think. Like, you can want something so bad, but that don't mean that you need to get it or should do it. You know what I'm saying? And that ties back into them red flags and signs. Like, it's a lot. It's steps. That's why I break it down the way I break it down, because it's steps to it and it's a process. You're not about to be perfect overnight. You can be perfect, but you're not going to be perfect overnight, okay? You definitely can be perfect. You and your world definitely can be perfect, and everything about your world can be perfect. It don't matter what nobody else think or see. They need to be perfecting they shit. Okay? They worry about them, okay? But I think that's it. I don't want to keep going on and on and on. Drop in the comments so we can get in the comments and talk about whatever, any questions y'all may have. If I need to make another part or whatever like that, let me know. And I'm back I'm back on my grind. So I'm back with uploading. I do got two more things, I think. Yep, 2 more things that's written out, because I still got some more topics that I need to write out and stuff like that and get together. So I just want to stay on top of everything. But I will be back next week with 2 more videos. Also, for everybody who found me from TikTok, or if you do be on TikTok, my TikTok page, Manny with Danny, that I post all my spiritual content on, is not at 1,000 followers yet. I wanted to start going live and doing my readings and everything for you guys, and I was just waiting to build my page up so I can, because I didn't want to mix my content. Like, on my main page on TikTok is for, you know, my comedy, my music, and everything like that. Like, I wanted to strictly be on my entertaining, my games and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And all my spiritual content be strictly on one page, so y'all won't have everything mixed up, searching through stuff, blah, blah, blah. When you come here, you get what you need. So I'm only telling y'all that because until I get my 1,000 followers on Manny with Danny, I will be going live on It's Danny B to do readings and everything. And if y'all want to catch me there, then you guys can. I'll probably make a video and come up with some times and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna just go and do a quick first run, or I don't know how I'm gonna do it just yet. I'm figuring it out. But stay tuned while we building, we getting this together, and I'll see y'all later.